The Honorable Minister of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, has reiterated his dedication to harness Nigeria's marine potential, emphasizing that financial resources are crucial for fostering sustainable growth and development in the sector. During his keynote address at the third quarter 2025 Stakeholders Engagement Forum on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, at Equators and Suites in Lagos, the minister centered his address on the theme of the event, "From Policy to Impact, Finance is Key." Oyetola emphasized that finance remains the backbone of translating policies into tangible results, highlighting five critical areas where funding cannot be ignored. The minister called for sustainable financing to support the implementation of the ministry's 10-year national policy. He also mentioned the ministry's recognition as the best performer in 2024 and committed to building on that milestone.
Vision without finance remains no more than a dream. Our task is therefore to unlock sustainable finance and forge partnerships that will translate policy into tangible results. Government alone cannot shoulder the scale of investment required to modernize our ports, strengthen maritime security, expand agriculture, or build climate resilient coastal infrastructure. Finance is the catalyst that turns policy into progress. At the ministry, we have already demonstrated discipline, transparency, and results. In the first quarter of 2025, the Central Result Delivery Coordination Unit, CRDCU, awarded us a performance of over 90%. In 2024, the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEN, named us as the best performing ministry in the ease of doing business in the country. These achievements show that we can deliver. What we now require is the capital to scale up. Finance is the lever that will attract long-term private capital, align our practices with global standards, PPPs, bonds, and blended finance, and ensure every stakeholder initiative complements the 10-year national policy for maximum impact. Ladies and gentlemen, our policy is clear, our results are proven, and our capacity is demonstrated. What remains is scale, and for that, finance is the key. With your continued collaboration, we mobilize the resources to deepen reforms, accelerate delivery, and secure Nigerian leadership in Africa's marine and blue economy. Together, let us turn policy into impact.
The program attracted a large turnout of key stakeholders, including policymakers, freight forwarders, and industry experts, providing a platform for meaningful discussions on innovative funding strategies to advance the marine and blue economy. Notable contributions came from the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mr. Olufemi Oloruntola, the Chief Executive Officer of NGX Limited, Mr. Jude Chiemeka, and the Registrar of the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarding in Nigeria, CRFFN, Dr. Kingsley Igwe. Women representatives and other industry leaders also participated. In his comments, Mr. Oloruntola emphasized that while public investment is crucial, it should not be viewed as charity and must be effectively managed to avoid underutilization of the ministry's resources.
Public sector investments are needed to galvanize investment into this sector. This vision can only be achieved through deliberate public investment that drives private sector participation, strengthen institutions, and secure long-term development. We may want to posit this question: why public investment is imperative? Public investment is not charity. It is a seed capital and policy signals that convert vision into reality. Without it, policy remains a rhetoric, and the marine and blue economy sector will remain underdeveloped, underfinanced, and underutilized. Public funding is therefore required to achieve the following: one, to de-risk private sector participation, particularly in infrastructure in heavy sectors. Two, to strengthen regulatory frameworks and institutions for transparent governance. Three, to provide catalytic finance in areas where social returns are higher than the immediate commercial return. And four, to align investments with national policy priorities such as food security, energy transition, youth employment, and climate resilience.
Mr. Chemika suggested introducing a blue bond in the capital markets to access existing funds that could meet the industry's financial needs beyond government allocations. Contributing further, Dr. Igwe advocated incentives and increased support for freight forwarders, highlighting that their growth directly contributes to government revenue through import duties. The engagement was widely described as a remarkable initiative, combining technical presentations with forward-looking solutions aimed at positioning Nigeria's marine and blue economy for global competitiveness.
Indeed, the sector needs funding, it needs finance. And I believe that is one cry of most freight forwarders. Why? Is because the service of freight forwarding is capital intensive. Freight forwarding contributes significantly to the GDP of Nigeria. Freight forwarders are the one that collects the duty they generate the duty that is being paid as customs duty. And freight forwarding business in Nigeria is nothing less than to the tune of over $10 billion. But in forums like this, it has always not been given that significant attention. So I am glad that the ministry, which I am serving under, is considering and talking about this today. So I want to advocate on behalf of the freight forwarding community that there is need for a financial subvention to enable freight forwarders to access funds to help them in their business. Those that are providing core freight forwarding services, especially the companies that are providing corporate freight forwarding services in Nigeria, are foreign companies. You can count less than three that are local companies that are operating at a corporate level. And statistic has it that over $6 to $9 billion go through freight forwarding services as capital flights. But the freight forwarders are provided with these funds. They can buy their own truck, they can establish their own warehouse, operate them, or even lease. And even if they are being given opportunity to operate within a particular logistics hub or cluster, they can be able to access funds to run their business and make more profits and more money for the nation. So on that grounds, Honorable Sir, I advocate that freight forwarders should be considered and given financial subventions that they can access in form of bonds or loans to be able to purchase infrastructure that will enable their business thrive in Nigeria.
Rahanetu Abu of Nagav Cargo Watch.